fucking with a stiff on. Ooh, fucking with a nigga like me won't do.
Hey everybody, it's Yield here, and we are back with another episode of Malo-Monaco. I hope you guys enjoy this episode, because it's going to be a longer episode. But get your popcorn, your snacks, your whatever ready, because we're going to be here for a good minute. But before I do get into it, I do want to show you guys what I did do off camera. I chose to do a diverging diamond going into the city, because I feel like it makes more sense here. You know, with all the urban planners moving into the city, we needed something a little bit complicated here. But it'll probably end up getting demolished anyways, because I kind of wanted something elaborate there. But, you know, time will tell. But I did also choose to add a new bridge to the area. Honestly, it's one of my favorite additions, especially like going into the city. You know, you're going over the bridge, over across the river. It just looks so good, like very chef kiss. But yeah, those are like all the main or major changes that I made to the state of Malo-Monaco. But right here, this is the area that we're going to be building on today. We're building the entire area up. Like there's nothing being left untouched on this area here. But let's get into the speed build. But you know, we have to start off by deleting all the trees. It just makes more sense that way, you know, so we don't like stumble over the trees and just have to delete them later. But this city is it's going to be like one of those like smaller cities. You know, it has that old small town. Well, not the like OG American small town vibe, but it will have like that brick street, because that's me there finding the brick street that I wanted to use, and I ended up going with that silvery I think it's more cobblestone. I'm not too sure exactly, but I do like how it looks, and I do try to upgrade some of the roads. You know, I think some of those roads needed to be upgraded, especially for what I want to put there. You know, with the major rail connection, I do want it to have some industry like being right off the like right behind the railroad, especially since it's going to be crossing over too. Like this is a very working class city. Like there's not supposed to be a lot of quote unquote millionaires. You know, there will be well-to-do people in any city that you go to. They just won't be like those like ultra mega millionaires that are probably more so within the downtown area. But this area is going to be very working class. I wanted to kind of keep it that way. Like probably the most richest person in the area is one of the ones who owns like one of the shops or restaurants and stuff like that in the area. But I do want it to add some industry, because I do have like the demand for it, so I might as well go ahead and use it. But back into the video a little bit, we do go ahead and terraform a little bit and remove some of the traffic lights. Those traffic lights are really unnecessary at times, so I just went ahead and just got rid of it. But I wanted these buildings to be like right on the back of that railroad. My main reasoning is because I was lazy and I didn't want to add any trees. But I don't really think that there would have been trees behind an industrial park anyways, especially because of how much waste that those buildings tend to pollute. But I mean, it's majority warehouses instead of like actual factories and stuff, especially because the factories tend to have smokestacks. I don't want that in the city. Like it's pretty much in the core. Well, it's not in the core. It's like it's in one of the core areas of the city. So I don't think smokestacks would be like a very beautiful sight to see when you're, you know, traveling into the city. It wouldn't make sense in my opinion. So I just went ahead and did majority warehouses. I will not lie to you guys. I am probably not going to talk about the video for 20 minutes, just because my ADHD has been like everywhere lately, and I don't think I could just sit here and talk about the video for 20 minutes. I kind of like to get sidetracked anyways, but that's, I mean, I'm sure y'all noticed that. But I do have a new mic, if you guys have noticed. Like it's not in the like the beginning intro. I realized I didn't change my my settings to the new mic until like later, slightly later on into the video. But if you guys have noticed it, you know, I'm glad. Like it should sound a lot better in my opinion. Like I feel like Gucci Mane in 2006, you know what I mean? But yeah, I do like the new mic. It's honestly, it sounds so crispy. Like you can hear every word. Like, and I don't even think you guys can hear the feedback too, because like my computer, like those fans be going. So like if you can't hear that, that's a plus for me, honestly. But moving back into the video a little bit, I do go ahead and rearrange some of the buildings, because I didn't really like how some of them looked. So I just changed them up. And then we also had like a problem with the like for the rail yards, they didn't get any power. So I was trying to figure out what was the bottleneck. So I just had to just go ahead and add an additional underground power grid into the area. Like when it came to abandoned buildings, I thought like if the company moves into the building, they can't afford to stay in the building. That's when it becomes abandoned, because you know they can't afford the building or the property taxes. At least that's what I thought abandonment was in City Skylines 2, but I could be wrong. If you guys know, let me know in the comments. But moving into the video a little bit, we do a car dealership on the waterfront right here. I I love the idea that City Planner plays. Like he made a bigger car dealership like right off of the highway in his videos. I'll link it down in the description. But my car dealership is just gonna be a smaller one because I feel like this one isn't gonna be like a big one. It's just gonna be more of a small town car dealership. If you like, you know what I'm talking about. If you've seen those small town car dealerships. But trying to add some density to the area, I do want it to like I didn't want it to be super high density, but I didn't want it to be super low to where it's like only like 2 to 3 story buildings. I don't think that would have fit the area nicely. But I do want to have like a good density to where it's like it's not super low, but it's not super high. Cause like downtown, like you should be able to see downtown through this area. Like that's the goal. Like that was the goal in mind. But I do want some of the buildings to be taller than at least 5 stories. Like I don't think they should just be super low to the ground. But one fun fact about the area is that I have like 3 different gas stations like off the waterfront. Like the most valuable land, it's a gas station, which I honestly think is like the most funniest thing for me to have. Cause like, you know, while you pump some gas, you get to, you know, get a good look at the up the coast. It's so crazy because like looking back at the footage, I'm like, why did I even have all of that? But moving back into the video a little bit, I do have some low rent houses here because like I was looking for like some taller ones, but there was no real good ones, so I just chose to use the ones that I was already accustomed to. I do add some townhomes, which I honestly like. The ones that I just placed, those are in such a bad area. Like your townhouse is right next to an industrial park. Like I would be honestly so pissed. But just like real life, there are houses where there really shouldn't be houses. But this time around, I did use some of the, I think it was the German or the Eastern European region packs. I think those buildings, like, even though they may not color-wise fit the aesthetic of this small town, but I do think like, the building styles fit the most. Like, I might go back off camera and change the colors, because some of them are still like those vibrant colors. Most American cities aren't vibrant at all. They're very, kind of like tone deaf. Is tone deaf the right word? No. Lack of color. There is a lack of color in our cities. Like everything's honestly monochrome. Like it's so interesting to like think of it that way. I mean, we're kind of like just now like really getting into like making things look more vibrant. Honestly, that's a whole nother story for a whole nother time. But now we're into the car dealership. This is my favorite part of the video. Like I love this car dealership so much. But the first thing that I wanted to go ahead and do is deal with the surface paint. Honestly, like I just wanted to go ahead and get it out the way because I felt like it would have just been a problem dealing with it later. But like that back part, I want it to be where like the trucks that bring in the cars, you know, I just want that to be where they deliver them, and then they'll go through the back, and then they'll go up to the front. But I'm happy that this asset was like short enough to where I can extend the surface paint out to the front so I can have those display cars. I mean, majority of the cars that are being sold here is most likely SUVs. Like that's what's being sold nowadays anyways. But I do have like the little trailers and the work vans. I thought that was so clever, but I did change those cars in the front with those they look like Escalades to me. But they might be like those big old Suburbans as well. But I wouldn't expect them to have so many like luxury cars like that. Like they probably tend to sell a lot more like family SUVs or like work trucks, work vans. That's kind of why I had those sitting up at the front as well. But then I realized there was like a big bottleneck of cars. And the funny thing about it is that I'll probably still end up changing the interchange because it's not really handling the traffic like when it's like rush hour time. But then again, I mean, I can't complain too much because I was already adding in like so many people into the area. But truthfully, time will tell how well that intersection can hold up. But moving back into the video a little bit, I do want to talk about the park that I added in this like triangular parcel here. I really do think like it was necessary for the area. Like it was already just a bunch of like houses and industrial parks and stuff, so I think like a nice little change of pace of greenery would really look good here. Making sure I save because last episode was so crazy. Like it crashed on me like 3 times. It was not fun. But what I was saying before I got distracted, this area, like this little corner right here, I had no idea on like how I wanted it to really look, because I really wanted like those small little townhomes that the UK pack have. Like they just look so good, and I want to use them again. I don't know, it's kind of funny, like these buildings look like they will be very upscale, like at least the level 5s. Like those look like very upscale buildings, like in very desirable parts of cities, which is why I was a little hesitant of like having so many of them, just because of how polished and like like uniform they are. But this is one of the 3 gas stations that I have on the waterfront. It's kind of funny because like this gas station is like, it's in like a weird spot because since the lot is faced diagonally against the intersection, like the road, like the pavement is like really like clipping in between like the road and like the asset. So it's just like, it just kind of makes everything looks weird to me. Like I don't like when my assets just be bleeding like unnecessarily, but I mean, I won't let what's the saying, I won't let good be the enemy of perfect, or I think it's the opposite of that, but I won't let perfect be the enemy of good. So, you know, we live and we learn. I'll probably end up going back over and changing it, or I'll just end up switching it with a different asset. But getting like slightly off topic, I had a interesting day at physics. I was learning like the what do they call it? I'm gonna butcher the name, but like it's in my notes like right now. It's like the kinetic equations. It starts with a K. Was not having fun in that in physics today, but I realized I haven't like really shared anything about me like ever since I started making content again. If you don't know me, my name's Evan, or EJ. That's my nickname. I am a architecture major. We're in my sophomore year. It's a long story for the people who know how long I've been in college for. It's just a long story, but I've graduated in high school in 2022. Some interesting things have happened, so I can finally like take my major seriously. You know, life happens. So I'm having a lot of fun with architecture, and I mean this kind of content kind of like coincides with it a little bit. So you know, it kind of just helps me to stay like in the architecture urban planning space, you know, because this is a more what's the word I'm looking for, it's more of a it's more of a macro level of architecture, and like urban planning is a more macro version of architecture, while architecture is more of a micro. But getting back into the build a little bit, I do go ahead and get a district set up, and then funny enough, that building that was abandoned in the first half of the video is already back to being abandoned, and honestly this time I think it got demolished. Yeah, so you know, have to go ahead and replace that building with the, what is it called, like with it's already being destroyed. It won't let me replace it. Afterwards I go ahead and move it to go ahead and start to replace some of the road, because we were having a little problem with like hierarchy here, because like for some reason like the roads would bug out on me a little bit. So I just went ahead and tried to replace some roads where I could fix up the little details, and then finally get it to level out. One of the things that I'm gonna start doing is like trying to like not build my roads with anarchy on, because it seems like when I do, it kind of causes more problems than like solving some of them. Like the only time anarchy is really good is when I'm trying to have stuff like merge into one another, like what I'm showing right now. I'll live and learn, because I've heard that like anarchy does cause like more problems than good. But moving on into the video a little bit, we do try and start working on the other side, like the I guess the southern tip of the new county. And honestly, you guys should give me like, you know, some name suggestions. Honestly, I love getting stuff like that from you guys. But moving on a little bit, we are starting to add the schooling system here. I do think like this city is big enough to warrant its own elementary, middle school, and high school, and I don't think it would make sense to just not have that, you know. And I also think it would warrant its own services too, like fire, police, and you know, healthcare. But it's the only issue is like for me, like finding a place to put them. Like the assets are very low density, at least majority of the ones that I used, other than that fire department. I think I used that like 1x4 fire department. It's a really great asset, honestly. Like that's probably like one of my favorite assets for like compact space, like one of my favorites. But I do like what I do here, like starting to like merge the buildings together to like give that mixed use density. I really do like how like some buildings, like they do have the shops and stuff on the bottom, but I do like to also make my own as well. It's, you know, it's fun to do stuff like that. But can you believe that we're like halfway through the video now? Like this is a long video. Like this is where the previous video stopped. That like, I don't know, it's so interesting like how I can just, it's like I just do better every time I make a new video. I really do like love seeing the growth in every video that I make. Honestly, I wonder where my nice and my like counter is at, because like I just there we go again. I'm trying to like diversify the words that I use, because I've been using like, that's so nice, or just nice in general. I'm trying to diversify the words because I can always do better. Because when I start back architecture in the fall, I do want to just, because I have to present my work, and I don't want to continuously keep using like this building looks so nice, and like da 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 da, like and just overuse the word. I do want to just diversify and become more, I guess it's called linguistic, or it's something related to like using different words for different things. I don't know, but I will not be like Aquila in the spelling bee. I will not be using nor spelling any of those big words. I won't say that I'm opposed to learning, new words, but unless I physically need to know the word for a grade, I probably will not be learning a new word. Unless it's just something interesting to, I'd be seeing like those creators on TikTok and stuff like that. Like they will actually like, give you like a word of the day or something like that to use, which I do actually I tend to retain those words, surprisingly. But I do want to slightly change topics and talk about the future of the channel. I'm just gonna let y'all know ahead of time, I will not be only doing City Skylines. I physically can't do that. Like I see so many creators just focus on one game or one thing that they're like known for, and then they have to make so many videos on that, if they're trying to just keep up with it, and they just get burnt out quickly. And I really do like City Skylines too, and I would prefer not to like be aggravated with this game and only do it for content, so I probably will start making more content on different games, maybe even starting a new series. I mean, that's later in the pipeline, but I mean, as of right now, I've been really enjoying this game, and I've recorded so many videos ahead of time so I can kind of relax and play when I want to play instead of me playing for content. I do want to like start to do different things on the channel. I mean, hopefully you guys would stay for both types of content or all types of content. I don't know, but if you don't, that's perfectly fine. If you only want to show up for the City Skylines content, I understand that, because I would only show up for it too. I'm just kidding. I do want to just have that like stuck in the back of your minds when it comes to like yield content. But getting back into the video some, I do some water connections, making sure things run smoothly, and I do fill up that water, that little spot for water, because I honestly didn't like how it sit within the new part of the city that I was adding. So I went ahead and called a mulligan on that area, and I just replaced it with another industrial park. Honestly, there's no point of me even doing mulligans, because this entire series is just a mulligan on top of a mulligan. So I honestly shouldn't even be doing it. But I do like this industrial park because I feel like eventually the kids who graduate high school, they're gonna need somewhere to work. And funny enough, I did put the high school right behind this industrial park, just because I feel like they would be in collaboration with like the company that work here, to like give kids like the opportunity to work. Like how some high schools, they'll give you credit hours for doing like cosmetology, I guess that's part of cosmetology in a way, like barber shops. Like, what is the word for that? Manual labor. Is that manual labor? I mean, manual labor, but trade jobs, that's the word. It took me 50,000 years to find the word, but I finally got it. But back to what I was saying, can't really see them going. I mean, I'm sure a good few of the kids will go to the city to find work, but I can still see a lot of the kids who could probably get some good job security here. They go back and work with their dad, or work at their dad's warehouse if they're that wealthy enough. I feel like it's a small town type of thing that they got going on here. So that small town nepotism is definitely coming into play here. But back into the build a little bit, we do start to do some of the detailing, which is obviously my favorite part sometimes. We do add some murals around the area. Honestly, I didn't know what to put for that spot, because I wanted like a ad, but I also wanted some like a mural. But some of the murals, like, they don't fit the way that I want them to fit. Or if I found a mural that I like, I already overused it. But I did put some Red Bull not commercials, Red Bull billboards up. What's funny is the fact that I forget I have those logos for companies that I could put on the side of buildings. Like, it never occurred to me that I could do that, and now I'm definitely gonna start adding that into like every other build that I do. But now we're adding some trees to the local park. Honestly, it was very needed. It seemed very open. Like, I don't hate open parks, but I do like when they're like secluded with some forest. But then again, I just love trees, and I love seeing trees. And then we're trying to fill up the empty spaces with some trees that were really needed, honestly, because I have a lot of space for like pocket parks, or like pocket forests where, you know, land development didn't get used up, so trees will most likely end up being there. But honestly, I was trying to make it look nice. I mean, I didn't want it to be like super nice because of all the industrial that was in the area, but I do want trees to be within that industrial park, because no one wants to look at some concrete on top of living near some concrete. We do start to add some of the trees back on Main Street, honestly, I think Main Street is appropriate for this area just because I feel like it's seen its heyday before all of the industrial boom. It used to be a definite, you can definitely tell that it used to have some old town charm before all the folks from the city moving slowly but surely moving into this area. But this is what we have so far. Honestly, I really do enjoy how it came out. Like, this area looks so good and it's starting to blend in nicely with the city. Now we just gotta finish the last leg of the video. Surprisingly, like 3 hours of footage was uninterrupted. I was so shocked that I got that much without anything happening. It does crash. This is City Skylines 2 we're talking about. It does still crash. Next we start to place some of the houses down. You know, I want those houses to have like a nice little backdrop facing the other houses. And I guess they get to face the highway as well. With these houses, I didn't have like a set house theme that I want to go with, but I did choose majority of the Southwest region pack. Like I said, those houses are so good for like the American suburbs. Mainly just trying to pick some houses that were random that I didn't use before, and I do like that larger house towards the end. Still trying to figure out what to put in that area. I wanted to make sure there is like some commercial use here, but there is this arena looking building. It honestly reminds me of like a expo center, so I do want to use that later on in the future. Going back into the to our side that we're working on, I do choose to do a convenience store and like a small low density mixed use area. I had to sadly scoot over the buildings, so I individually replaced all of the buildings and make sure that they fit, but I wanted something different there, so I just went ahead and still reuse one of the convenience stores. I might be overdoing this asset, but it's still one of my favorite assets to date. I will not lie to you guys, I don't think I can do anything past 30 minutes. This is actually crazy. Like, I'm impressed that I'm holding it down, but I'm tired. Like, this one episode has been prolonged into like 3 days worth of me editing, and it's only because I have other priorities to take care of first. This one video, like when I tell you, when this video gets uploaded, I am not recording anything. Like, y'all may not get a video until like 2 weeks, or at least a week and a half at the very minimum. I have so much respect for everyone who still edit their own videos and they're like more than 30 minutes long, like the hour-long video, and they're still high quality. Oh hell nah. But if you guys made it this far, put like black hearts in the comments so I know you made it this far, because I kind of want to know who makes it like far, like towards the end of the videos, because I'm always interested in knowing like the statistics, because my statistics have like improved so much ever since I started making like longer form content. It's kind of funny because like longer form content to me is more like 6 to 12 minutes. Like past the 10-minute mark, that's long form content to me, and that's only because I used to make like a lot of montages, so my videos never really went past 5 minutes unless like I did like a collab or something like that. Oh, that was back in the Fortnite days. Oh god. But though, like that was the only time that I ever really like had like make anything longer than like 5 minutes. So this is like way out of my comfort zone, so I'm trying to do different stuff this year. I'm trying to make goals, do different stuff, you know. Surprisingly, it's been working out. I mean, if it doesn't work out, then oh well, you know. I don't know. This is a challenge. Honestly, like if this video I just want the video to do 20 views, I'll be happy. I honestly, like, as long as like I've been thinking more realistically when it comes to like viewership and stuff, because I don't want it to I don't want the numbers to always get to me, because I know like how that can get, like you're just chasing the numbers and the views. I really don't want to get that habit. So if I can like at least just realistically think, like it's like saying like 20 people watched a movie with me or something like that. Like think realistically, like 20 people in your room or 20 people like viewing what you did. So I'm trying to think more realistically, so it doesn't so views and view counts don't really bother me too much. But I know I still will fall for that like YouTube trap, because you know, once things start going good and stuff, I kind of don't want it to stop. And then when I start seeing the views drop, you know, it might affect with me, and I don't want it to affect with how I make the content and stuff. But no, the videos are starting to like get picked up by the algorithm a little bit, and I don't know how to feel about that, truthfully, because why are y'all seeing my videos, and why are y'all subscribing? I don't remember being this interesting. But no, like I seriously do love you guys for coming back and watching all the new videos that come out, because I do get excited for making it for you guys, because like I physically make sure I set enough time to like at least edit a good chunk of a video if I don't finish it all in one go. But side tangent, are you guys excited for GTA 6? Because it's funny because like I was not allowed to play GTA 5 when I first started to get into like the GTA space, but now I'm finally able to like legally buy the game on my own. It's such a weird concept to think about it that way. And honestly, that's my main reason of giving y'all like the heads up. Like my content might shift around just because I definitely want to stream that game, stream on YouTube and like, enjoy the experience with you guys, especially if y'all are going to play on PC and you may not buy the PlayStation or Xbox for it. But getting back into the video, we are starting on the detailing of the back part of the little neighborhood next to this hill. This is my favorite part of the video. I was really trying to stall for time, but we get to make like this beautiful like hillside thing with the rocks. And I didn't know how to use the rocks at first. It was honestly a challenge, but I realized I could just get it to work the way I wanted, to just place them down with anarchy on. I mean, in real life, like that rock wall would be a hazard for like if any mudslides and stuff. That would be a hazard of how close it is to the highway, but this is just for aesthetics only. Oh, it looks so nice. Like I just want to go and like hug it. I don't know why I want to hug this rock wall, but I do. Is two-story the right word for that? Like I do like a double little rock wall, and my goal was to have like a little path, but I didn't honestly think about it until like now. So I might go back and do that off camera. But I do my normal tree detailing. I don't know if I put a lot of emphasis on the trees this time around, just because of I want to put a lot of focus on that rock wall, but I still want it to match the other side of the highway. Now we're adding some of the flowers in. I love this way of adding flowers. It's one of my favorites, and I overdo it, but it still looks so good. But then moving on into doing like some of the finer details, making sure that we can hide the little imperfections that we normally do. But I love how this county came out. It's not every day where I just make a full video on an entire county being made. And it's funny because like it fit the area so well. I wanted something off of the waterfront, but I didn't want something too crazy. And I just love how City Skylines 2 have like that perfect density of where it's not super high, but it's not super low, but you can still have a lot of Sims living there. And the funny thing about this is that I only add about 2,000 to 3,000 more Sims, but I mean it's worth it for the small town vibes. One of the next episodes, we're definitely gonna have to take a look at our unemployment, because it's like I add so many new jobs and stuff. Unemployment still has not moved at all, but hopefully I'll let the game run a little bit so it can stabilize the economy some. But that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this longer video. I had some fun making it, I won't lie to you. It's a little bit stressful when it takes like 3 days to edit a 30-minute video, but hey, it is what it is. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe, leave a comment, leave a like, all the normal fun tasks. Put some black hearts in the comments to let me know if you guys made it to the end of the video. This is really a gorgeous city, and I just love how it came out. So I'm gonna let you guys enjoy the last little bit of the video, of the little walkthrough, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace out.